What's going on, YouTube? This is Big Pencil coming at you again with a nut. Let's see, it is Wednesday, July the 17th. That means we have less than 1 month until deer season starts right here in the state of South Carolina. And I am pumped up. I'm ready to go. Now, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be taking on the dog drives this year. According to what the title of this video is, this is a deer dog prep. This is what I take in the woods with me when I go deer hunting with the dogs. Now, first things first, you got to be safe. You always want to wear your orange hat. It is necessary in the state of South Carolina to wear something orange while you're out running dogs. And orange hat is your go-to. You can wear a vest, shirt, whatever, but I always got my orange hat on when I'm out in the deer woods. Now, next, I traded in my old Briar Pants, old trusty rusty, old beat up, run down Dan's Briar Pants that I've had for 10 plus years. I finally got me a new pair. And of course I went back with Dan's again. You know, Dan's makes the best briar proof clothing on the planet, in my opinion. Now I got, I'm not sure what model this is or anything, but they got the Kadura material at the bottom, which is the same material that go on the chaps and the hip boots, the hip waders. It's nice and thick, ain't no briars go get through that. And then about midways up, it goes into the thinner, lighter material, and that don't last very long, and it probably won't. I might get a few seasons out of them. But my legs will be covered for a while. And I hunted rabbits with these last year, and they done real well for the rabbits. So I'm going to say they'll do real well for the deer. They work real good at keeping the briars off of my gonads and my legs. And that's all you can ask for in a pair of Briar Pants. Now, move on to the next step. Shotgun. Of course, I'm going to be taking, if any of y'all watch my video, my review video of the Remington V3, this is what I will be taking into deer woods with me. And I don't shoot any fancy choke tubes. It has factory modified that come in it. Is what's going to be in this gun. Factory modified. And this is, I got the plug out of it right now. It will hold 4, 3 in the bottom and 1 in the chamber. But how many times have y'all really seen me shoot more than twice, 3 times? Except on that buck that I jumped up with the stick trick. I had to shoot him 4 times, but I had him down on the ground after 2. But, most of the time it don't take me but 1 or 2 shots and they down. So, 5 really ain't that big a deal. I actually would only put 4 shells in my gun most of the time anyway, because it seemed to, especially with Winchester shells, because it would bulge the shell real bad if you put 4 in the bottom of that Franke or in the bottom of that 1187 I had. It would bulge the cap out. There would be a little bulge about that big right there at the cap of the Winchester shells, and then they wouldn't load in the gun. And it was crap. You had to throw half your shells away that you bought. So I didn't, I would only put 4 in it. And that's fine. If you shoot more than 4 times in a day running the dogwoods, you ain't doing nothing but spraying and praying then. And you don't need to be shooting at it. Now, what I'm going to be shooting in this gun is, of course, my go-to Federal 3-inch 15 pellet double aught. This is, 3-inch 15 pellet double aught is what I've shot in everything. Remington, Winchester, Federal. If I can get it in a 3-inch 15 pellet double aught, that's what I'm going to shoot it in. But I just like the Federals because the hull stays together a little better, and they shoot just the same as the Winchesters do out of every gun I've ever had. It's just the hulls are made a little better. So that's why I shoot Federals. Now, next up is going to be the cameras. Hold on 1 second. Let me grab it. Ooh, my knee's giving me a fit. Alright, now, cameras I'll be using this year is, of course, I got the Tacticam. This is the 3.0. The only difference between the 3.0 and the 4.0 is the 4 connects to Wi-Fi and the 3 don't. And I didn't really necessarily need Wi-Fi, so I just got the 3. Now they make a 5 that has a little better zoom on it, and that might be something I would be interested in getting, but they're kind of expensive. And this one was like $280. You get a bundle on Amazon, comes with a couple of batteries, you know, all kinds of other little things, gun mount, bow mount, all kinds of stuff like that. And you know, I didn't need all that, but it come with the bundle. And so I ended up getting that Tacticam. I had it last season. I didn't use it a whole lot because it gets really aggravating. That gun mount, it's really aggravating in the bushes. That thing catches on everything, and I mean every vine in the woods will hang up on this dang thing. And then when you clamp down on the side of it, it made it almost impossible to get the battery out of it without having to take the mount loose, and it was just a big pain in the butt. But I seen on YouTube there was a couple videos that shows a little better way to mount this thing, and the best way that I've seen is you zip tie it. You just zip tie it. You can either do 1 or 2. I did 2 when I was turkey hunting this year. You just zip tie it on both sides right here around the forearm of the gun, and so it'll be right there. You just zip tie it through your, you know, underneath your vent rib around there, so it don't mess with anything, and it'll still be pointing right where you shoot. So I'm probably gonna end up using this camera a lot more this year. I'll just leave the dang thing clamped onto the side of the camera, to be honest with you. On the side of the gun, just leave it there, you know, take the battery out, replace it, do whatever I need to do, and it makes it a whole lot easier. That won't hang up nowhere near as bad as, say, the thing underneath the gun barrel. When I got the gun up on my shoulder like this here, walking through the woods, and that thing up there is hooking on every single vine and bush you can possibly imagine. Then you look up there and you got 10,000 banana spiders hanging off of it. It just makes for an aggravating drive when you're trying to do all that. So that's how I'm going to try to rig up my Tacticam. Now the GoPros that I'll be running this year are, of course, I still got the Session. This is the one I had last year, and it worked really, really well. You get about 2 hours, roughly about 2 hours on a battery charge on this thing. And, you know, and that's about as much as a drive will last where I hunt. You know, hour and a half, 2 hours is the most. I always take 2 cameras with me just in case one of them happens to go over a little bit and the one dies. I'll take this one, put it in my pocket, and I'll put the other one on my head and be ready to ride. And so the Session, it's waterproof. You can drop this in the water. You drop it in the creek. I've done it a couple times and it keeps on ticking. And, you know, rain get on it, that's fine, ain't no big deal. Now the other camera, I got a new one, which is actually the one I'm filming on right now, is the GoPro Hero 7 Black. And it's a little fancier camera. It's a little more expensive, but it's a really nice camera. It gets a lot better footage. You could record in 4K, which I had never done. But the only thing that I don't particularly care about it is the battery life ain't as good. If this one's got an internal battery, you just plug the charger in, battery stays in it, can't take it out. And it works, you know, like that. And I would rather have it that way because that just less stuff for me to lose. But this camera has batteries for it, and I'll get about 45 minutes out of this battery that's in this thing. And if I was to tote extra batteries around, I would have to take it off my head, take it out of the dang case that's on the head mount, you know, put a new battery in it, and that's just aggravating when I can just take that one off, put it in my pocket, throw another one on my head, and hit the play button. But this one does get a lot better video and audio. It does really well on both. So, but, you know, it is what it is. I would rather do it quick than to fiddle around with stuff, take a risk of dropping the stuff in the water, because I'm in water 90% of the time. And, you know, I would just rather do it a lot quicker. But, you know, that's about it. I don't think I got anything else that I need to cover other than my shoes. You know, I was wearing the BB1s, them Velcro Walmart tennis shoes you can get from Walmart, and them things don't last no time, which I didn't expect them to. You know, I put shoes through hell down in the bushes, and I didn't really expect it to last very long. The first pair, I think I got about 2 months out of them once deer season started, and I ripped the sole slam out of them. And the other pair, it just didn't make it to the end of deer season, and they was done. Same thing, I ripped the sole out of both of those. So, you know, that was kind of disappointing. But I hadn't quite found any good shoes yet that I really want to pay the money to get that, you know, will last for a while, because I am pretty tough on shoes. I don't want to spend $100 on a pair of boots or anything like that, and then they not last but 2 or 3 months in the deer woods. You know, that would probably all I would do with those boots is walk through the briars and hunt, you know, still hunt and whatnot with. So, you know, I don't really want to spend a lot of money on them if they're not going to hold up. So if y'all know of any boots that would stand the test of time with me, feel free to leave me a comment, shoot me a message on Facebook, whatever. Get in touch with me and let me know what you think, because I'm needing some shoes. I'll probably be out there in old tennis shoes with strings in them this year, and I don't like string tennis shoes or string boots, because the strings come untied and then I'm stopping every 50 yards tying my boots and my shoes, and it's aggravating as hell. You don't want to do that. And so that's why I like them Velcro shoes, or just a slip-on boot would be fine. But it, you know, I got work boots that I use, steel toes, that I work with, but they, of course, for the work. Now, I don't want to tear up my work boots out hunting, and they tend to tear up just as quick as, you know, them tennis shoes did 2 or 3 months in the woods, and they ruined, because I done walked through the water and all kind of stuff like that with them, and they just not going to last like that. So I need some new shoes. You know, we're getting primed up, we're getting ready to go. I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready to kill something now. I'm running low on deer meat. Got to get the freezers back full again. It's about to be nanny time, nanny time. This is Big Pencil, and we will be back with another one soon.